set. So a lot of principles kind of apply with your lower half. So a couple of drills. One is a step back. So you got the rubber here. This teaches them to get in their back leg a little bit. It's just a simple jump back. And kids don't want to, they need rhythm here, so it takes time to learn this. You want to jump back, hinge, and we're throwing. And so it's here, hinge, go. Okay. A big thing in pitching is stride length. So sometimes adjustment with stride length, some kids just overstride or they don't stride enough. I think that a lot of times it depends. You gotta play with that a little bit. Sometimes they get nothing and then they're way too quick and they're spiking balls, okay? So the biggest thing, if you see a kid spiking a ball a lot, it's usually their stride length or they're just way too quick here. They're not getting their back leg, okay? Or if they're high, they're throwing high a lot, it's their arms slow and they're back here. They're not ready. Their foot's not down, arms not up, okay? The other one I think is great, and Tread Athletics is fantastic for pitching. They have tons of videos, TREAD. So they have, it's called janitor drill, so we're just putting this foot straight at that wall, okay? Now you want to talk about Hayden, kind of how this helped him?
Yeah, Hayden, my son, now he's 10, but he couldn't drill to save his life. So he started doing this, and then worked progressively through the games to doing this now. And he probably throws 85% strikes because of that little movement right there. It teaches him to bring your hips first. That one here, he taught him how to bring his hips first to the catcher instead of just going that way. He actually have to work and bring it down to the catcher. So that's why you got to stay
100%. Good. So a lot of kids want to open the gate on this, is they go here and then they go here. And that's what most kids do, is their gate opens and then they fly open. So if we can get this riding down the mound and staying closed a little bit, and if you ever see Paul Skeens throw it, he's like low, right? And some guys are higher, I get it, but Paul Skeens is 6'6", but he's getting amazing torque. So it's just really trying to get closed and not just here. Okay, so a lot of, like he said, a lot of kids will do this in games. They'll do a modified where they'll come closed set, and it just allows them to stay closed. Now, some kids don't get here then if they're too close. You just gotta figure out what your kid's doing, and sometimes, you know, sometimes their foot ends up here, and you don't want that either. You don't want to throw across your body. But again, stay linear. Try to really, that janitor helps. Just staying out here and really staying close with our front side and our head. And if we can do that, it's a good drill. Okay? Another one, I didn't have a very good one. The older kids call the lead leg block. You know how you hit? Obviously this is a break, right? So pitching's the same way. You want to use your front leg as a break, and it's supposed to be where we get here, and then it pops when we go. Okay? It's a lever that gets you going. It stops your momentum, and then you got everything stored up, and you're firing. So a drill, tread, my lead leg block was terrible in college. I still made it through, but so I finished like this, and nobody told me any different, right? I finished like that. Well, a good drill is get out, post stride, and just throw and exaggerate that lead leg over your front side, right? Just exaggerate a little bit, because we need that, call it kickstand, or same thing with hitting. You know, you want that brace or that's something to stop you, okay? So those are some drills on the mound. General mechanics, I 100% at 8 to 10, I don't teach windup, because in Little League, I see kids doing this all the time, because they go and they move this way first, and then they never get back center. So they have trouble throwing strikes. So I think if we could just keep it simple, Clayton Kershaw threw out of the stretch all his life. A lot of pitchers do now. Jacob Mizorowski throws out of the stretch. So just come and set. So I like to get wide and athletic, and then come about halfway, because I see a lot of kids do this, and their feet are together. Is that athletic? So we try to get a little wider, come set halfway, pause, get rotational. Try to get my shoulder, a little bit of turn on my shoulder, show my number, get my arm up, and go, follow through. Okay? Questions on that?
You do towel drills at all, or use a towel for some dry stuff?
Yeah, it used to be like, that was a thing when I was there. I do just for extension for guys that, like I got one kid that right now that's real like this, and then he just stops his back leg, and he finishes like that. So he's 9, so it's good for the younger kids. So just take a bucket out there or someone's glove, take a towel, and just get down. You don't want them like just faking it, like you want them to get in there in their mechanics and get down. And keep your head and eyes on the target is important, because a lot of kids I see go like this and then they pick up the target late and it's like shh. So linear, eyes, head, everything at the target. Other questions? Mike, anything questions wise on throwing mechanics?
No, good right now.
I think balance is important. Keep your kids athletic. You talk to a lot of college coaches now, they love athletic pitchers that are moving quick, okay, and getting down the mound. When I was there, when I was a kid, it was like balance, stop, and go, and now that you're losing a little momentum. So momentum's bigger a little bit. You still got to get into a balanced position, but I think trying to get moving down the mound is good. And just make sure they're not speeding through and getting too far out front. So they're trying to get balance and go. Okay, but there's no stop and static here and go. Okay. The other thing, try to have them find rhythm too. I always tell, like, when I go out to the mound sometimes, obviously they're nervous. Calm them down a little bit, tell them a joke, whatever. But like I always tell, sometimes it's like get in a rhythm where you're here and you're breathing. And and that'll change a little bit when I talk pickoffs here in a minute. Like we don't want to do 1001 every time, especially when we get into high school, because they're going to steal on you like at will. But you want to just kind of get in a rhythm a little bit, because when you get in a rhythm as a pitcher, you're pretty locked in.
I'd have to say for sure on the breathing, I know kids, you'll notice, I mean, I've had kids in the past that they're pitching and all of a sudden it's like, my chest is hurting. Well, they're holding their breath. They're not breathing. They're the energy and the competition and everything's getting to them, and they're starting to, and they're not breathing. So that's a great tip. Just
and Ryan knows this. Ryan's really good at this. I think what slows down the heart rate, guys? Breathing, right?
yeah.
I mean, it's amazing what a deep breath does for you. When they're all in times where everybody's yelling at you and the game's on the line, a good old deep breath and reset is really good. Anything to add to that, Ryan?
No, that's right on. Extending the exhale will lower the heart rate like pretty quickly. So just teach them to, especially great for pitchers, hitters on the on-deck circle who are nervous. Any experience of anxiety, just making your exhale longer is good.
Another one, if your kids are really having trouble with balance, PVC pipe is good. Dave probably uses this for hitting, but just get them in position and just make sure their shoulders aren't going too far this way or too far this way, so you can kind of just tell. You're gonna have a little turn, right? A little turn, and then have them get through. Because this hip is popping when they throw, so it's here, okay? So something like that. Just keep their shoulders so they're not this far or this far. The PVC pipe test sometimes works, and we have one in the closet.
They're all gone now.
They're all gone now.
They're gone.
Yeah.
There's
on my
Saturday.
I brought my own Saturday. I didn't
Thank you.
steal it.
We didn't say
The last thing on athletic throws, and then I can get into some other things Mike wanted me to talk about. But I mean, honestly, like at times at practice, like challenge your kids with athletic throws. Like we always tell everybody tells little leaguers, and I hear coaches a lot, is like, because they want the fundamentals, but like, let's have fun with them sometimes, and because the AAA Twins coach came down here, I don't know if you were here, and the biggest thing he said was, I teach our pitchers to throw athletically from angles. So it just gets them in position, because they're going to make that throw a lot. Like this play, when the ball's like slowly hit, they're going to throw from here a lot, right? When they get older. Not as much when they're 10, right? But when they get to be 11, 12, 13. So we used to do it in the backyard all the time on the run throws. I was at University of Iowa, and they have their pitchers, they're doing quarterback rollouts and athletic throws like this. Across the body, Patrick Mahomes drills. They're doing that because they want their pitchers athletic and being able to move, and you know, sometimes angle throws helps them kind of move their body a little bit. So just another thing, just athletic throws it's a good thing in shortstop last drill is hit slow rollers and have them make great plays. Have fun with them, have them on the run, and just throw from there. Okay, make them competitive. Anything else before I move to pickoffs?
Yeah. Of which actually I'm asking you. So,
Yeah.
basically from the stretch, come and set. All right, I've always been a chest-ish guy. Come and set in here, not here. Because of pickoffs, it takes that split second longer to go make your pickoff. So where are you kind of at on?
I'm a big fan here.
And as far as high school baseball, you can have the ball can't be above I can't remember if it's mouth or chin, so you can actually set as high as this and then anywhere low that you want to.
Yeah.
So.
And I think it gives you a little bit more athleticism to be here and just quick arm. I think sometimes you get down here. Depends where your release height is too. I mean, that's another thing with your guys. Have them, if we had kids throw rocks, that's their natural throw, what they throw, right? So I think my coach tried to change me from straight over the top to this, and I couldn't do it. I was awful. So I think the biggest thing is let them work where their arm angle is. Don't coach that. Like that's who they are. Okay? Because I think it's valuable. Like some kids throw from here. Now this is a little bit different if their elbow drops, right? But if they're here and they're naturally right here, that's great. Okay? But again, yeah, right here. And be athletic, like get wide. A lot of the high school and college kids are doing this crap now. You know, just for rhythm. I don't understand it, but they all think it's cool, maybe, I don't know.
And kind of on that, I see the young kids because they see it on TV. I just think you use a bunch of energy. A lot of them are clear out here. Well, that's just energy, and after you do that 60, 65 times in a game, you're wearing out. So, you know, get out there but balance. So my other question would be, I was always, you know, you never at post, you don't stop, but I was always taught first movement is basically thumbs down before you start getting down the hill. So you're not running away from your arm.
I'm always here. And everybody does it a little different, but you're here.
Well, just, yeah.
So I guess I'm right here. I guess I'm thumb down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of kids though that do this. They come out like this instead. So watch that, because I see a lot of like this, and that's when they get into, I call it throwing highs.
Yeah.
And they're pushing the baseball. So we want to get on top by coming out and present the ball. Present the ball between shortstop and center is what I was taught. Like, you don't have to be so to center. Some people are different, right? But make sure you present and you get the ball out like that instead of like this. Okay, and pushing the ball. We don't want to push the ball. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Pickoffs. I think we're teaching our 9-year-olds right now, and every practice right now we do pitcher pickoff, base running, and we'll get into base running probably at some point. But I think it's valuable just to understand, like having kids understand how to hold a runner. I mean, we're doing a lot now because it's new for us at 9, so we do it every single practice for 10 minutes. And all we're doing is their leads, but then we have pitchers. We have pitchers getting off and experimenting. Our lefties are still trying to figure it out. But another thing, I was always on the rubber. There's a big rubber.
Yes.
But I was always right side or left side. Don't be in the middle is what I was told. And for the reason that they call it the dead zone, I guess, you want an angle. I don't know if it's hearsay or what, but I was always told right side or left side. So when we're in the rubber, a lot of times now, holding runners, it's tough. I mean, who on the team holds good runners? Like what pitcher? Anybody? You guys do a pretty good job of it? Anybody?
We'll talk.
It's a lot of people struggle with it, and I think like Jared Blinker is a Heelan pitcher. He was fantastic. He picked a lot of guys out really good because his feet were quick. He was probably the best I've seen around, but he practiced it. So I would obviously get wide. And one thing you want to do when you hold runners is you want to vary your looks. Okay, so vary your looks. Like a lot of kids will go like this every time, and they won't look, and they'll just go here. 1001, go every time. And it's a track meet, 9, 10, 11 youth baseball anyway, right? It's hard to throw guys out, but we're working to try to get them better. So what I just tell them is just, they're really just trying to pitch, and it's hard at 9 and 10, but we get better at it. But just try to think about, like, sometimes 1001 and go, sometimes hold it for a second. 1001, 1002, and just go. Okay, and just vary your looks is important just as you get older. It's just important just to do that. As Dave's probably gonna pick it off right away as a coach and go on. The old UCLA philosophy, if you're stealing on A, whatever. The other thing
They don't necessarily know you know UCLA as a base runner. So
you want to talk about it?
yeah.
I never used it.
So
Old school.
UCLA, you get your lead, especially first base, and when the pitcher comes set, you just mentally go UCLA, and really the dugout should be doing it also. They're not saying it out loud, but they're thinking to themselves, because pitchers are taught to get into, not be in a routine, but they get in a routine, right? So